We started off obviously talking about
Bit of theory.
risks that are involved,
safety of all the, like the cyclists,
driving heavy vehicles around vulnerable road users.
the motorcyclists and the pedestrians.
And then to finish the day with a bit of practical whizzing about Albert Park.
After making sure everyone could ride reasonably safely.
The only downside to my day is that I had to sit on the bike for a couple of hours and get a sore ass.
So today's about the start of one element of some of the things we're trying to do on Metro Tunnel project to improve public safety. So we realised that we're building a city shaping project, but we have to share the city and share the roads at the same time. We've got a lot of trucks need to move in and out of the CBD, and clearly there's a lot of cyclists and pedestrians in the same area.
This training program is designed to raise awareness of the vulnerability of vulnerable road users on our roads, and that is cyclists, motorcyclists and pedestrians.
We went and benchmarked the best practice in the world, so for us that meant the UK. We looked at what's been done over there in London, but also in the UK on major transport building projects like Crossrail.
Truck drivers are professional drivers. The road is their workplace, and they're very adept at understanding the risks associated with the road.
We've deliberately, for this pilot, we wanted real drivers because we wanted to get candid feedback about the course, about all elements of it. We started the day just talking broadly in a workshop session about what do they see on the road? Do they have stories they can share?
And it was good to just sort of flesh out some ideas of how we can solve some of the problems around vulnerable road users.
A lot of the drivers have got some experiences around good and bad situations with vulnerable road users, so if they can bring that to the table, we're all going to learn from it.
And then we took them out on bikes on the road, so that it's an experiential part of the program where truck drivers get to experience what it feels like from the vulnerable road user perspective.
I know some of them had ridden before quite recently, but some haven't ridden a bike for a very long time, so it's been good for all of them.
For me, the last time I rode a bike would have been probably back in 1977, right? So that's quite a while away. So this was all coming back to me as we're driving along.
So we had a couple of AusCycle certified instructors out leading the ride today and providing the information to the truck drivers when they were out on their bikes.
It really does bring to light how many people are buzzing around these projects and the amount of things that drivers need to take into account. Pedestrians walking on the footpath on their phones, cyclists buzzing around the joint and not so much aware of their surroundings.
Being mainly a truck driver, I can see where my driving past them or near them would impact a great deal on their ability to be able to ride. So yeah, it sort of just opened up my eyes a little bit to that.
There's no experience that's the same as actually being on the bike and having those vehicles come past you from behind for the first time to understand how exposed you are.
I reckon this is a brilliant idea. I reckon it should be made compulsory for all CBD jobs because it really does. It makes you start thinking about what would happen if you were in their position.
So it is a requirement on our projects that all the heavy vehicle drivers will attend this training.
Rail Projects Victoria expect to see around 2,000 truck drivers undertake this program in the next couple of years.
We can't call ourselves a successful project unless we protect and improve the safety for the public as they move around our works and our vehicles.
Come with an open mind.
You can really get something out of it.
It was there to make us very much aware of how close the cyclists are on the road compared to other vehicles.
It's not just pushing the accelerator and steering the wheel, it's taking all those other things into account.
It did open my eyes up to a lot of problems that cyclists would have on the road.
Come prepared to contribute ideas and opinions.
I think you've got to come with an open mind and give it a go.
Authorised by Victorian Government, 1 Treasury Place, Melbourne.